announcement has been paid for by
Hello, this is Doc. What you're about to listen to is my love letter to the SoCal Independent Wrestling scene. From AWS to EWF to Revpro, the only one I acknowledge, Lucha Underground, Lucha VaVoom, Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, even New Japan Strong, and of course the PWG. This is a show full of love for a scene that doesn't get enough of it. From where guys like Samoa Joe, John Cena, Christopher Daniels, Kevin Steen, El Generico, Frankie Kazarian, the Ballard brothers, Candice LaRae, Scorpio Sky, Kristina von Eerie, Scott Lost, Super Dragon, Excalibur, Disco Machine, Topgun Talwar, Quicksilver, PP Ray, Bryan Danielson, the Navajo Warrior, the Rocknes Monsters, the Young Bucks, Human Tornado, Big Baby Slimm, even going to guys like The Miz, Rey Mysterio Jr., Fenix and Zokre, Fenix and Penta, Rocky Romero, Kenny Omega, Chuck Taylor, and if I missed you, I'm sorry. Shout out to you, Human Balloon. Shout out to you, Matanza. Shout out to you, TJP. And man, this is just a fantastic episode I recorded with Dino Winwood. And thank you to the scene for giving me the building blocks of what loving the local independent scene is. Thank you for creating a scene that I know me, my cousins, a couple of my friends like Chris, Brandon, Tay, Drew, all just can look back on and reminisce about the good times. Thank you for making it so regular people, Hollywood A-listers, UFC champions can all mark out for a thumb going up the butt and acting like slow motion is really happening. And thank you. Please enjoy. Hello out there. This is Doc, aka Dr. Larry, aka the Goonatic Fringe, aka Kenny Goomega, aka Gunther, aka Suzuki Goon, aka Bruiser Bulgogi, aka the Good Boy, yeah, aka the Stray Balut, aka the Flanimal Bautista. I walk around the fire pit of lechon, aka Randy Otap, aka Big Match John Cena Gang, aka Cherokee Diaz Wong, aka your host. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I have somebody that I consider a legend. Somebody that I consider important to my fandom as far as the California independence of the aughts. You might know him as Dino Winwood. You might know him as Howdy Price. I know him as Dino Winwood. Welcome to the show, man.
Hi. I don't have many names, folks. I mean, I've had numerous characters, but I don't have many names. But yeah, hi. It's great to be here, man.
Yeah, man. And I want to let the audience know that this is the real Dino Winwood. This is not a facsimile. This is not a catfish. This is the man.
I cannot stress this enough. It would be so weird and just a little sad if somebody faked being me. Like, despite, I don't know, like somebody
Hey.
is. Why? That's my question. Why the hell would you want to be a guy from the 2000s era of professional wrestling who had an appearance on AEW Dark a couple of years ago, who does voices for formerly of New Legacy Inc., sometimes of W3, and now hanging out with the Goon Squad. Whoop whoop.
I'm all about goons.
Yep. So it's literally me. It's Dino Winwood. Hi.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pop this open.
Oh, there you go.
Hey. Bully Knee Bliss. So yeah.
Yeah, you gotta open a can, let them know what it's like. Take a sip for the working man. Take a sip for the working man.
Exactly, for the people.
Yeah, man. Like, like there's something I want to explain to people, because this guy, he would be, I think you were a fixture there from like 2004, 2000 to like 2000 in the Indies and PWG, like to like 2010-ish. But like and like, man, like you brought me so much joy in the DVD extras. And like, I always ask this question to get it out of the way, because this is what everybody gets asked on like any kind of wrestling when a fan interviews a fan. How'd you get into wrestling, man?
Well, I mean, was already a huge fan of it from when I was 5 years old. Would go to wrestling shows at the Grand Olympic back when XPW was our answer to ECW.
Hell yeah.
And I saw these workers doing the warm-up, the curtain jerker match. That, of course, being Rising Sun, Super Dragon, Ultra Taro Jr., Excalibur, Disco Machine of Revolution Pro, and being just completely blown away by them. And one day, during a weekend of backyard wrestling, a buddy of mine at the time, Jamie Blaze, was like, "Hey, man, I'm going to go train at Revpro. Do you want to come with?" I go, "Sure." And so I just got my stuff. I went there. And funny enough, they were training at the final Rudos Dojo,
wow,
which was American Wild Child's house, Ron Rivera, across the street from my grandfather's.
Hey, that's not bad, man.
Grandpa's like, what the hell's going on? And just went into the backyard. Ring was set up. Bunch of chickens pooping everywhere, and people rolling a ring.
That's not bad, man. To be right there for your grandpa's house and get some like refreshments. I don't know if you're.
Sort of. I didn't want to bother him.
Oh man, I know like if I did some wrestling training next to my Lola's house, she would have invited everybody to eat like all the food that she's gonna cook. but man, it's always been a dream, but it never happened for me. But yeah, man, that's cool as hell, man, that you were able to find training with the American Wild Child, and that is a name I have not heard in many years.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have, but yeah, it was interesting times, man. Very much got lucky. He was kind enough to invite me into the ring, even though I told him, like, I can't pay you. I don't have any money. He goes, no, don't worry about it. Little did I know, I was signing a verbal waiver to do ring crew and a bunch of other shit.
Hey.
Hey, it's free, you know?
Yeah. I remember when I would go to PWG shirts and like the ring crew boys would all wear "Don't Call Me Dynamite" shirts. Yeah. Because I remember like sometimes like I would go really early and I'd be lucky, I call myself lucky to help set up the chairs, because I think it would be either you or X that would be like Excalibur to like, hey, would you guys mind if you guys are bored and just waiting, just help set up? I was like, okay. And it's cool that to have like to see like where Excalibur is now is really cool, because he's always been a really nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to me, he's been a really nice guy. So I was like, just to see him go from indie wrestler, go from Fire Pro aficionado to Vivid video worker to being the voice of AEW on TV. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, it shows you what professionalism and consistency can definitely take you. Yeah, he was one of my favorite people
Yeah.
around the time of Revpro, but like I guess like there was some sort of falling out between him and American Wild Child, which okay, but AWC was an interesting person. But no, like anytime you come back, I'm like, hey man, good to see you. Like very genuinely happy to see you.
Yeah, yeah. I really wish I had his PSN again so I could fight him in Street Fighter, because I remember we would talk like Street Fighter and well, it would be CVS2 and Marvel that we would talk about, like just on the side. But anyway, um, yeah, man. And like I said, like you represent the Southern California wrestling fans, and like I feel like as far as the scene, we're pretty much like ignored as far as what was thriving. Because if you go in the odds, the indie scene in California was thriving. Even Northern and Southern California, you had so many shows. Like you had, what was it, AWF or something in California with that Roland guy from Beyond the Mat. You had the Empire Wrestling Federation with Jesse. You had AWS. You had Revpro, the one Revpro that I acknowledge, and because I used to go to shows. And you had XPW. And I did also go to the show. I did go to ECW Heatwave 2000 when the XPW guys showed up in the front row. And that was pretty funny.
Wow.
Just to see, because I must have been like probably 15 by then, and seeing like, seeing dang, I'm gonna mess up his name, but seeing like, Chaos and like all them just like sitting in the front row, like just causing a ruckus, and then they go to the outside, and there's allegedly a brawl outside. I didn't see it because my uncle told me like, you're not going anywhere, you're sitting down here.
Yeah.
Because like they're sitting in the front row, and all of a sudden like Sandman and New Jack come out, and then like they all go to the back, and then like you see like a sea of people following them outside to allegedly watch like what is assault. And my uncle said, "Nope, you're not going."
That's a good uncle.
Yeah, but yeah, man, like the Southern California independent scene, the Southern California wrestling scene it's kind of lost to the winds, and like it kind of lived on because I love when Scorpio, Frankie, and Chris Daniels did like SCU, the SoCal Uncensored. That was the big independent website out here that had like all the news on everything from Southern California indies. And my question is like, dude, like how do you feel about that time? Because I feel like that was like such a great time to be a fan.
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely was. As you stated, everybody had a show going on pretty much every weekend. If there was not one show, there was two or three, all in different areas. Some people got lucky enough to get booked on two, if not one, of those shows. It very much was booming. At the same time, the stars stood out amongst the rest. And it was always exciting whenever you would see somebody from California get booked over on the East.
Yeah.
Which is why like we lost our minds when we saw that Dragon was in CZW or when Bosch went to CZW or like, oh hell yeah, like this is it. Like they're getting their start. We're gonna get noticed. Everything else, and East Coast very much one-time booking or maybe a couple of times depending on who was booking what, but it California was just as innovative for pro wrestling as the East Coast was. I will tell you that right now. It's just we didn't have that many standouts in like Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels, AJ Styles, Low-Ki. It's just, not until PWG came around.
Yeah.
But we did good. I felt like we did really, really good. And whenever we brought in people, that was always interesting to see.
Yeah. I actually, because I was a sicko as a teenager. I would go to the Roxy shows for UPW, and I would see.
That's insane. Okay.
Yeah, so I would see Joe, Frankie, Cena, Joe Millionaire. I saw them all. I saw the match with Kurt Angle and Chris Daniels. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I told my parents that I went. I just said, "Hey, I'm going out to my friend's house," and then we go to the Roxy, and then we watch these wrestling shows. And like they don't even like card you. They didn't card us then. Maybe because like I had a mustache.
Yeah.
Or maybe
You have
because
facial hair. That's all. You're not a
yeah,
kid.
yeah.
So,
Like okay, like in California, all you needed to do was have a mustache, and that's why so many of us were 16 years old in the clubs getting, getting drunk and doing all this stuff because they didn't really care back then. I'm sure they still don't care, but I just don't remember like having to show my fake ID, which allegedly I did have. Allegedly. Which was just like my cousin's driver's license that was like 5 years old.
yeah.
But like they're not gonna look at it. Anyway, I do feel like when people think PWG and they think Reseda, they think, 2010s, the super indie that would have sporadic shows monthly, and Bola. They think like the later times. They think, when Ricochet would come in, when the Young Bucks and the Lucha Bros would have those matches. But for me, for my money, when I think of PWG, I think of about a couple things. All right, I think of Cape Fear with Generico and Quicksilver.
Mhm.
I think of two skinny black guys with Generico and Human Tornado. I think of the X Foundation. Like you have like Scorpio Sky, who I also like. Dude is one of the funniest people I've ever seen on TV. That wore a mask and was able to convey that kind of comedy and do promos. I don't know how. I don't know why he would cover up that beautiful face of his.
That goes with any luchador, really.
Yeah.
I mean, have you seen Dr. Wagner Jr.?
Oh yeah, Daddy Dr. Wagner Jr.
Legitimately, Daddy
Yeah.
Wagner.
I'm sure his son is also a daddy under there.
Oh, for sure.
Like,
They all are.
Look at Andrade. Like, dude, why would you put a mask on that? Look at that man. Like, Super Dragon's not that bad looking. He's a pretty okay looking guy.
Let's move on.
Yeah, yeah.
Shout out to Dragon, by the way.
Yeah.
Hope you're doing good, buddy.
Yeah, man, such a good guy. Such an iconic Southern California icon. I know people know him like as that guy that did that one viral video of like Super Dragon.
Oh yeah,
Like, that was
super fan is what I call him now.
But like when you were in there, when you're watching him, and he works so brutal. Like, I'd compare. He'd like be kind of like Samoa Joe-ish, like as far as like brutalizing people.
Yeah.
But then he could also bust out a Phoenix splash or a 450 when he was in the Revpro days, in his smaller days. And I know he did work a couple tours of All Japan. I think he did.
Mhm.
But like when I think of like the Southern California Indies, like there's the Ballard brothers. And I'm going way back, man. This is how
I love the Ballards.
Yeah,
They're still going, I believe.
Yeah, you had Smelly, you had
Mhm.
you had Spanky, you had, I mean, like UPW had all these guys, right? And then you had Big Baby Slimm. Oh man, like, and these guys, these names, they bring back like memories of me going to the shows and just being happy, and like there's something about the wrestlers in the gimmick table and being so available,
Mhm.
and like there's the characters there in the ring, and then when the characters when they go out the ring. And I guess my other question is like, how did you get started in PWG?
Well, much like anybody, I started out as ring crew. I just wanted to help. I loved the fact that a bunch of people that I looked up to at the time were going to go do their own thing. I'm like, damn, that's awesome. Like,
Yeah.
we got two places now that we can go and help out or possibly work. And so yeah, I'd go help out with the ring setup. I'd be timekeeper. I'd set up chairs. I'd do just anything that I could get my hands on to help out. Because like I've always, even when I was training as a student, I always wanted to help. I love helping. So like one day, the Tomasellis came in. They booked the Tomaselli brothers and their manager. They were going over a match with the Aerial Express. It's Quicksilver and Scorpio Sky, for those who don't know.
Love them.
And yeah, they were great. They were going over the match, and I was just chilling, saying hi to everybody, looking at everyone playing their matches. And I see them point at me. I'm like, okay, wonder why they're pointing. Okay, can you come here for a sec? Like, okay, because I knew Sky and Quick from we trained together, and I knew them from backyard. And which, by the way, folks, a lot of wrestlers start in backyard. If anybody tells you otherwise, they're full of it.
Yeah. I know they say don't try this at home, but you say
you're
stop
gonna
me.
try it at home.
Yeah,
There
try
is
and stop
no
me.
way that you're not gonna.
Especially you see a bounce house at a family party. Oh, someone's gonna take a dragon suplex.
Yep, exactly. So, but yeah. So they're like, hey, like, do you want to manage us tonight? Like, oh, sure. I don't have any gear. Like, I'm just no, don't worry about it. Just come out and hang out. I'm like, okay. And so, you know, it was a fun match. Everybody was just showing their skills, and we were having fun, goofing off, and did the multiple classic lucha headlock spot.
Yeah.
And I got in the ring. There was a great reaction, and everybody just had fun. And you know, at the time, Dragon and Disco Machine and Excalibur, Topgun, they're just like, hey, do you want to manage them from now on? I was like, sure, if that's okay. Like, and they're like, yeah, dude, it's fine. Everybody seemed to like you, so I was just having a really good time. And then, I want to say it was that same show that CM Punk and Steve Corino were there.
Yeah.
And they wanted to cut a promo about Low Ki. And I was doing a Low Ki impression at the time, and I can't remember if it was Punk or if it was Corino. Which, by the way, little baby Kobe Corino was there. I'm sure he's tired of me telling the story, but it was fun for him. It was an honor. I'm freaking old, by the way.
But man, this is an Unk status pod, so
yeah, this is very much Unk status. So. But so yeah, like that very same night, I got to do a goofy backstage promo with Steve Corino and CM Punk as Low Ki, and everything was improv. Like the person who threw the can. If you've seen the promo, folks, you know what I'm talking about. If not, just look up Low Ki, Dino Winwood, PWG, or CM Punk. You know, any of the aforementioned ingredients. But like Pierce was a backstage presence, kind of a bully. Was trying to catch me off guard. Wasn't going to happen. He threw a can in the promo trying to get my attention away.
Oh.
Stayed in character. Had a blast with it. I felt terrible that I took Punk's banana and just started eating it. It was all spur of the moment. But yeah, it was a great first time backstage with everybody. And yeah, that's very much how I got my legitimate foot in the door of Pro Wrestling Guerrilla.
I love that, man. And like for anybody that wants to take a trip down memory lane, there's an account, Tiger Driver, I think 98. He's on there.
98, yeah.
And like he has like all these clips of like the PWG backstage promos from like the European tour that you guys did. He has like, you know, like, and then like one of my favorite ones is like Lioncock. And like seeing Bosch like just like go crazy. What are you doing? Cocaine? Are you Mexican?
Yeah. Very much a sign of the times, folks. Like we know all the shit in that would not fly. I don't know if we can curse it out. I apologize.
Oh no, we can curse. Okay. I already got an explicit thing on my thing just for saying like crap.
Oh,
like, I'm just like, whatever.
Well, I will definitely still try to minimize. I'm 41. I can't be swearing too much. It's not 2005 anymore. But at that time, folks, the whole gimmick of Chris Bosch was he was your typical like 80s, 90s douchebag bully character who was, you know, quasi to probably full on racist, but a dummy, just a complete dummy. That was the character. And Lioncock was a parody trailer, is a movie trailer that we just decided to make. Because you know, Bosch loved Van Damme, he loved Seagal, like all the action stars of the 80s, very martial arts. And we just decided, like, hey, let's make a fake trailer. Like, you want to make a fake trailer? We shot all of that the very same night that we came up with the idea. A friend of ours, Eddie Borjas, he was a great editor. Put that together in one day.
Wow.
Like, literally one day. And we just put it on. I think it was on the SCU message boards.
Yeah, that's where I first saw it.
Yeah.
I saw it back on YouTube also, like when I was looking for it. But
Yeah.
I first saw it like posted like on the board. I was like, oh, what is this? And I was like laughing. Like, because I know the times it's like the 2000s. Always Sunny's a hit. This is a thing.
Yeah.
And like I was like, okay, yeah, this was the humor at the time, ladies and gentlemen. This was the humor. I know like nowadays it wouldn't fly. But like back then, especially for me being like, 18, 19, this is the funniest shit.
Mm-hmm. Especially if you look at the movies that were popular at that time. But like, I take full responsibility for a lot of the shit that we did. So just know, folks, it's not like, oh, well, you kids need to stop, being so soft. No, I get it. But like at the time, the impact that thing had blew us away. Because we literally just wanted to do a stupid trailer and just goof around with people. We're just like, oh, nobody's really doing anything. Like, here's a trailer to my best of, or here's a profile on the wrestler that is going to be booked on a show, or anything else. Like the closest thing that we could think of was like Chuck Taylor, who is a genius in my eyes. Love Dustin. But like when we went to Germany, we heard like locals of the whole country just going "Leckers." We're like, what? Like, no way did that ever. What? Like, we were just completely blown away by it. Like, they're watching this stupid little trailer and they're enjoying it. And hearing people chant for our names in these different countries that we all saved money to go perform in front of.
Yeah. That European tour, the DVD is really awesome because it comes with so many extras and so many skits. And like the stuff that you guys would come up with, I think that's probably to stave off boredom. It's so funny. Like, that there's that one skit where like Scorpio is doing like the freaking the big wiggle, right?
Yeah.
And then like yeah, I got knobby knees. It's because my knobby knees, isn't it? And like Frankie just goes in there and he's just straight, not even reacting to anything. And that's funny to me that Frankie's just in the same promo and he's like in a different universe than Scorpio. It's just like that kind of inane humor. That's what I loved about PWG. You had like stuff like that. Yeah, like Human Tornado, H Tizzle with his iron balls. My brother actually like went to the WrestleCon for WrestleMania this year just so he could meet Tornado because like we loved PWG back then. We loved it. Like me and my cousins, we go like in like 6 strong, like Jewish Community Center, and just like we be in there and we watch, like the shows like Astonishing Xmas, the Harlem Globetrotters, that kind of stuff, and like to see like where people were and where people are now. I was talking about this to my cousin the other day, like, hey, wasn't it crazy at WrestleMania to see like Steen and Generico with the PWG symbol on like their tights
on their
gear, like, because like that's LA, that's for us, the LA wrestling fans who like appreciated it back then. And like I know people like have like this thing like where Generico and Steen, I still call him Generico. I know he's Sammy. I did whatever, kayfabe.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Oh yeah, well I know. Well, rest in peace.
Somebody who was there backstage. Sammy tagged along. He was still a young boy.
Yeah,
but Generico took him under.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, rest in peace, Generico. It's a shame.
He's alive. I think that's bullshit. I think it's taxed up.
Oh
like,
man,
he's alive. I feel it in my heart.
You feel it in your heart. He could be. You never know. I mean, he wears a mask. He could be anything.
That's his face.
That's his face. Oh wait, and that's his hair.
Who puts a bandana on a mask? That's
right.
Crazy.
That's crazy. I'm sorry. I know Sammy was his young boy, his bag boy. So just want to let that out there. That was his bag boy, just traveling around.
Yeah. I got photos with Sammy when he was a kid. He was ridiculous looking, like a ginger Q-tip. It was great. He was a good kid, though.
Yeah,
miss them both.
Yeah, and like, like for me, Steen and Generico, they were PWG. They all represented PWG. Like for whenever I saw them, like in Jersey All Pro, I'm getting really old here. Jersey All Pro, or when they go to CZW, or like I'd even see them in their home promotion in like IWS in Montreal with Jagged and Shane, and just like, yeah, those guys are my guys because I would see like Steen like, because there would be like bi-weekly shows of PWG. People don't know this. Like, PWG would kind of sometimes they'd run like bi-weekly, like every 2 weeks they'd run a show, and you'd go there and like it'd always be like a fun time. It'd be a good time. Thankfully, I was single at the time, so I could go without any
checking in,
yeah, without
having
having to
any
check in.
boyfriends.
Yeah, I love you, hun. I know I brought my wife, my girlfriend at the time, to one of the PWG shows. It was in Reseda, and like sat in there for like the first. I think it was like Tornado and Tornado versus Chris Hero, one of those ones.
Yeah.
And then like she was like, okay, I've had enough, and she just went to the car and then drove and then picked us all up when the show was over, which was usually about like 1-2 o'clock.
Yeah, they ran late.
Oh man,
Especially around that time. Ugh.
yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
miss the temperature.
Oh man. So like, people have this whole like romanticism for Reseda, right? But like that thing was like an oven. It was like an oven, and you put like a bunch of, super aggro wrestling fans in there, and you put like those lights, because those lights would heat up the building too. And it would just be like, ugh. So I hated going to summer shows. And like I feel like Bola was like kind of a rib on like the fans for putting them through all that for 3 days straight. Because
Yeah.
like to go to 3 days straight of Bola in Reseda, that's crazy. I personally also
Yeah.
I love the Burbank VFW that you guys ran before.
Yeah, I love that venue too. I thought it looked great.
It looked great on camera. I'm on camera a lot on that one. I had hair at the time, but like I was on camera. That's not why I liked it, but like it was ventilated. It had like the AC on. There was AC. I saw Baby Owen pin Excalibur in his first match. That was great. It's just, yeah, man. I'm nostalgic for these days, and like when you had like Dragon Gate first come in and have that partnership, that was also like getting to see these guys live after seeing like the grainy real player version of them wrestling, to actually see them in person. It was actually great, because like just to have like all this talent like conglomerated around like PWG in Southern California, LA, it just made the whole scene feel like big. And like sometimes I go to like Jesse's at Empire, EWF Empire, right? Empire Wrestling Federation, and like you'd have like talent there too that would work the same thing, and like you'd see like your Hook Bomberries, your Ronins, your Big Baby Slims, Human Tornado. You'd see Scorpio Sky. You see all these California guys like work the PWG shows. And there was the Young Bucks. I'll count them because they started before the whole Super Indie. It's like you had the names come in. You had your you had your Roderick Strongs. You had your Danielsons. You had like when they got released, Spanky and Paul London. You had your Samoa Joes. Yeah, I'm gonna count TJP as a local. But like you had like the names come in, right? But like you still had like the underground California guys that are still working the shows, and like I miss that version of PWG.
Yeah, I mean, after my time there was done, and I started noticing that a lot of familiar faces were just becoming people from the East, and new faces also not from California. I'm like, hey, we still got a lot of good talent here, but like I'm not recognizing anybody.
Yeah.
And like I had a mindset in my head, like already I was like, I don't belong here. And I was gonna retire. But like when my time abruptly was written off, before I had planned to really do it, because I gave them a date when I was going to have my last show.
Wow.
And I couldn't make it because Reseda is like a long ass way from my house. Like I hated Reseda. I'll tell you that right now. I fucking hated Reseda.
The fucking traffic to drive to Reseda,
pain in the ass and balls.
I have no idea how the Bucks fucking did it from Victorville.
They wanted to do it. Like, that's it. Like, they wanted to do it. They wanted to make a name for themselves, and they fucking did it. That's good on them.
Good on them.
But Reseda fucking sucked. I'll tell you this right now, folks. This is I did not like Kristina. The guy who ran it was an asshole.
Oh,
I know he's
Legionary.
dead, but you're an asshole. But like, it was just so much work to get there, and it was hard as hell to get there because at the time I didn't drive.
Oh,
So getting a ride there, major pain in the ass. So I remember telling, oh God, did I tell? I told JR at that time. Not Jim Ross, folks. Do the math. I told him, like, hey, can you tell Excalibur? I'm sorry, like, my ride backed out on me. I can't make it tonight. Yeah, no problem. The very next day, indefinite leave of absence, taken off the website and all this other shit. I've told this story a bunch of times. But, like, seeing it progress into less and less talent really just left a bad taste in my mouth. I'm like, okay, so PWG is not what it originally intended to be, which was putting good talent from California against the best talent from all over the world.
Yeah.
But then it just became fly-in versus fly-in. And to me, I'm just like, this is just like everywhere else. Like, yeah, they pulled the trigger on a lot of dream matches, but at the same time, like, we are literally just a way station. We are a Disneyland attraction with shit from Florida. Like,
literally.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all because there were so many people coming up that could have at least gotten a spot on the openings. Like, on my last show, I remember like Peter Avalon and Ray Rosas. And I think
man, PP Ray.
Chris Cadillac. Cadillac was there
PP
too.
Ray.
Like, they had a shitload of people working those matches, and they were getting over because they were exciting. They were talented. Like, people from all around California. And then all of a sudden, nope. Just nobody to be found. That changed when, like, Brody King and Tyler Bateman were there, which I was happy to see them there. I'm like, fuck yeah. Like, that's good talent. Glad you guys opened your eyes. But yeah, it didn't feel the same.
Yeah.
And my beef with it was very public, and I was very sour about being just thrown to the side like that and everything else that in between. But really, the main beef of it is that PWG was hypocritical, and it became a shell of its former self.
Yeah.
And like, I don't like it. I don't like rent-a-center wrestling places, and then people swear that it's the gospel. Like, that's not what it is. You are seeing the same people that are booked everywhere else
in the same
take
matches.
on the same people booked everywhere else. Like, that's not wrestling. That's boring.
Yeah. Like, as a guy who came up and, like, I watched all the California, I would always love to see the local talent get their shot.
The shit. Like,
yeah. Because, like, I mean, we still had Brian Cage work some shows, like, as far as, like, guys who were part of, like, the growth of PWG, like the growth.
Yeah.
Like, Brian Cage was still there. Brian Cage was there at the beginning stages. He wasn't as big back then, but you know, and like, as someone from California, like, I always saw PWG as my promotion. So when it kind of, like, evolved into the Super Indy it became, like you said, like, the same matches that you would see, like, in, like, Philadelphia or, like, in New Jersey or in Florida, WrestleMania weekend matches, it's all in PWG. Regal would come there and, like, he'd be watching from the curtain, and that's why, like, all these guys wanted to come in and make a name for themselves. And then it's like, but you already have names.
Yeah.
People with names would come to PWG, and the guys who were making their name, like PP Ray, like Peter Avalon, got so over in that match with Steen. Like, one of Steen's, like, last matches, I think. Like, he had, like, one of those title matches. Like, he was so over. People loved him. People like PP Ray. People like the Rocknes monsters. People, like, and for that, all that work that they put in to just be unrecognized and just be, like, kind of going away, I'm happy that, like, Candice was still there from time to time. But, like, it's just, like, shout out to Candice, man. She's a local girl. She's in WWE. She did WrestleMania. Like, that makes my heart flow, man. Like, cause, like, you never thought that somebody like Candice would be, like, get to this level, you know? Like, that makes me happy to cheer her on from from the Inland Empire to freaking WrestleMania. That I'm like, hell yeah, man.
Always had hope for her because her and Carla Jade were amazing together as a team, and Candice has always been one of the hardest working people I've ever had the honor of crossing paths with. Her family's incredible too. Shout out to Shane and everyone, Mama Dawson and everyone.
Absolute
her entire
sweetheart.
family is amazing people.
Absolute sweetheart, man. When she used to work at Universal Studios and she would make the Simpsons donuts, right?
I believe so.
When I would say hey, a big fan, she'd be like, oh, here's the freshest donut.
Yep.
And so I'd have the lard lad donut, but it'd be the one fresh from whatever. I don't know if it was baked or fried, but it'd be but she was so appreciative of it. Man, it's when I think about those guys, Candice, Steen, Sammy, them and just what they represent, and just seeing Excalibur and I think about the guys who we lost, John Ian,
that one hurt.
That hurt, man.
He very much was trying to do what a lot of people at the time weren't doing, and with his company, I'm bummed out that people are never going to see Shelton Benjamin versus Scorpio Sky, which happened.
Yeah,
and it was incredible.
I hope that happens, but when are we gonna see Scorpio on TV ever again?
I got my own opinions about that.
Yeah,
because he's charismatic. He can be charismatic if he wants to. I think he's just burnt out, and it sucks because you're trying all this time to get over and stuff like that, but I think it got to the point where I don't know if they wanted him to be too serious or whatnot, but he had the charisma and the character more than before Swerve ever did. Oh. And I'm not dissing Swerve. Swerve's doing it. He's doing great.
Yeah.
But before there was a Shane Strickland on the map, Scorpio Sky was doing it. He was doing everything he could. But I think he just got tired out about it. And when you try that hard to get there and you're finally there and it's just nothing's getting over. But there's been so many suggestions that I gave him or tried to give him whenever he would respond.
Yeah.
Dude, you have personality. Fucking show it. Go online. And I tell this to every wrestler. Use your online social media platforms to boost your character and your brand.
Yeah.
If you're recording yourself working out, if you're promoting why you like having a certain product, if you want to talk about your match, you have a camera and a broadcast system in your pocket. Literally do that for yourself. Just post as much as you can. That's how you stay in people's brains. That's how you keep yourself on the market. If you have an idea, film it. Only a few people have listened to that idea.
Wow.
And it's worked out for them.
Yeah.
So it breaks my heart.
Yeah. I always saw Scorpio as one of those guys that's unheralded. It sucks that it never. I mean, at least he won the TNT belt, and at least he got some kudos, But Scorpio, Tornado, it sucks for me that it never happened for Tornado because he was everywhere. He was in the Nacho Libre movie.
Yeah.
And things happen. You never know.
Mm.
But just to see I always have pride for my local wrestlers. Support your local indies. Ladies and gentlemen, support your local indies. Go to your local indies. Support those guys that are wrestling there. Because even though these guys aren't on TV all the time, they're putting in the work. You're going to see them eventually because cream always rises to the top. And
sometimes. In wrestling, they brush it off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sometimes cream rises to the top. Sometimes it falls to the wayside. But you always got to be hopeful.
Yeah, and it's very much it's good to have hope and stuff like that, but with wrestling specifically, you have to put in the work, and then the fans have to put in that work too. Yeah. But in order to do that, you have to give them shit to show.
Yeah,
you can't just say, "Hey guys, here's a flyer of where I'm working at." No, you're in the entertainment industry. You need to be entertaining. Yeah. I was a manager. I'm going to go ahead and use myself as an example here. I was simply a manager working for Marquez's Championship Wrestling. Nobody was doing little segments or promos in their own free time. They stuck to the boring TV format that show is known for, and I'm pretty sure they're still stuck with it. Yeah, they have attendance, but they could be so much bigger if Marquez actually put in the work, other than just bitching. I will tell you that right now.
Wow.
But I recorded little radio spots with moving pictures, where I recorded little things as Howdy Price to build up the matches that I was a part of. Because that's what people should be doing. It doesn't matter where the hell they're working. And take every booking. Okay, I don't know if you saw with like a certain wrestler from Championship Wrestling, Danny Limelight, trying to spit gospel like choose where you work. FTR shut that shit down. No, take every booking you can get and own your craft.
Yeah.
Like that's people on television weekly in a big company. Listen to them. So when you're taking those bookings, you got to be creative. You know how to do these moves. You can think of the match on the other times as well or at the show. Utilize your social media, work that shit, make your brand mean something. Because it's a competitive market.
Yeah. You don't want to fall off.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
I felt like Sky fell off. He wasn't doing anything.
yeah, he had that little podcast he was doing on for I don't know if it was for AEW or not, but he had that.
The games one.
Yeah, but
Like even then, do more shit.
you have an opportunity. You have a microphone. You have a
Mhm.
camera. They're giving you the YouTube to do whatever you want, and who knows? Who knows?
Hope it turns around for him because that would
Yeah.
just be a damn shame if he's just doing
I mean, they keep
championship wrestling.
they keep like they keep giving him these hype videos, right? That he's coming back,
Yeah,
and then he doesn't come back. It doesn't make sense to me. And then CMB working like all these other indies. He's working Memphis, I think, soon. Just to see that, like, I'm like, so why is he on TV? Like, he could have been like in the 0-1 like as a first round match.
mm-hmm.
Who cares?
And that's the thing, man. AEW,
Yeah, it's like
wrestling is high school, folks. It's
Yeah.
very, very much high school.
I mean, that fight looked like a high school fight. With Samoa Joe,
Right,
the vice
and
principal.
my poor buddy Hero, he just wanted to do his job.
Oh man,
He was stressed, man. When he did his mixtape, did you go to the mixtape?
No, I didn't go to the. Oh, was that for West Coast Pro or?
Yeah, from Chris Hero's West Coast Pro mixtape.
No, I couldn't get gone, but like I did watch it. I did watch his return. I'm a big Hero guy.
Did the promo show on the pay per view? Do you remember?
I think he's wearing the pink shirt from.
He was wearing the shirt. And we were just like, oh my god. But like the first thing I said, I'm like, you okay, buddy? Yeah, I'm fine. Just stressing about the show. Okay, no problem. Well, if you need help, let me know. Like, still to this day, I'm retired, but like even to this day, like if I go visit certain people, I'm like, hey, do you need help? Like, I'll set up chairs, do whatever. That's fine.
Yeah.
But
Hey,
he's one of the ones I definitely will.
Yeah.
Like anytime.
When Hero is running when he does the West Coast Pro shows, he features local talent.
He does.
Yeah,
because
like,
he actually loves and watches wrestling.
Yeah, he's one of the guys that I would sit and talk to at the gimmick table about like whatever was going on in Noah or whatever was going on in 80s All Japan.
Mm-hmm.
He'd just like sit and talk to you, and like we'd have these talks, and Claudio would be there too, just saying, yeah. Okay.
Claudio was very much pop culture and sports. Hero was very much the knowledge of basketball and wrestling.
Yeah.
And they were two of the most interesting individuals I've ever had the honor of calling friends.
Yeah. They were cool, man. They're so cool. I'm sure they're still cool because I still like the Hero about. I DM'd him online and like he was really cool. And like those two guys, when they came into PWG, they look like giants. Like you talk about the Brothers of Destruction, you talk about legendary tag teams in wrestling. Kings of Wrestling are one of my favorite tag teams of the Zeros. I'm sorry.
Legit, they were the team at that time. Mind you, this is the time of like where we had Generico, where we had the Briscoes, where we had like the Machine Guns, like all great tag wrestling at that time. But the Kings of Wrestling had all the belts for a reason.
They had the Shakara Parejas, they had the ROH, they had the CZW, they had the Noah. No, I don't know if they had the Noah. They had the Noah. Like,
or I thought they had the Noah.
I think they had the Noah, and they had the PWG titles, which to me, the PWG tag team titles, as tinfoil as they looked,
they were Lucha as hell.
Oh my gosh, let's talk about Lucha belts. Let's talk about gimmicks. Like as cruddy as the belt looks, those were
the tag team belts of the indies for me because I'd see the top teams from around the world come and fight Super Dragon and Davey Richards for them, and just like when the Kings of Wrestling came and they took those belts and they took them around the world with them.
Yep.
It was like, yeah, these are my guys, man. And say what you will about Hero, like what happened, like, you know, age hits everyone, okay? Age hits everyone. Everyone has different body type, but like that.
To which the point is he could still wrestle circles around any of the fat bastards who talk shit about him.
Yeah,
like
there's so many fat. There's real fat wrestlers who can't do shit, and then there's Chris Hero, who who has a gas tank still, who's still. Oh yeah, man, that guy, like he was so good in the ring, and people don't know like how good of a babyface he is because he's always playing the heel whenever he's like in a top position. Anywhere it was Ring of Honor, even in WWE and NXT, he was a great heel. But like when he's playing a face, like that whole feud with Tornado, where he became like the guy, they had that cage match, and like it was insane. I remember the heat that Tornado got when he put Candice in the crossface. People, this was like weeks after the Benoit thing happened.
Yeah.
And he puts Candice in the crossface. And like usually in PWG, there's no quiet time. The whole building quiet. Nobody doing cat calls. Nobody, because you know, like cat calls would always happen in PW. We'd always like try to get it pop ourselves, laugh and stuff. But it was quiet. You could feel like the whole energy in the room just change until like Hero comes, makes a save, and I'm like, whoa! I never been a part of that kind of moment before, like watching wrestling. Usually it's just like, oh yeah, okay, this is cool, that's great, that's a great match, awesome storyline. But this, like him putting her in the crossface and the whole like thing, that was like a holy shit moment without having to say holy shit, you know?
Yeah, it was bad taste.
It was bad taste.
It was very fucking bad taste. But you know, just needed to be said for the new school. Like that has to be acknowledged.
Yeah. Like going back, you going back with 2020, you know, even 2007 eyes, we were like, oh, that's fucked up. Like in the crowd, we're like saying,
like I say, folks, like shit. Despite what a lot of people's perception is of me, like there's a lot of misconceptions about me. I look back on my time with PWG with a sense of shame and humility because it's stuff that, sign of the times, but at the same time, I feel terrible. Yeah. I feel guilty about it. And you wouldn't catch me doing any of that now. Hey. Like, I legitimately didn't grow up until, like, I had to have it presented to me in front of my face. Like, you know, that was really terrible. I'm sorry. Yeah. Like, hey. But at the time, it was acceptable, and nobody said anything. And how are you supposed to know what exactly is when everybody else is laughing? Like, everybody was just trying to make each other laugh at the expense of a lot of shit back then. Oh, man. And so many F-bombs. Nowadays, I can't even let that fly, even if it's other people doing it.
Yeah, I can't. Like, you know, like what was? Yeah. Yes. Like you can't, and you guys, they put that on the DVD, which is I don't know if they put it on the DVD, but the clip was online. And I'm like, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Like I understand, like people.
He's made a statement about it.
Yeah. You know? Yeah. But like, you know, what happened back then, 20 years ago, now, oh my God, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Like we're in different worlds now. We're all growing.
Terrible things are. We are very much in a different world.
We're in a different world, but we're all growing still. We're all learning. Right? As long as we're able to acknowledge our mistakes and we're able to grow, we're not moving past them. We're growing. We're growing from them.
Exactly. And if you're still doing those types of things, you are a fucking idiot.
Yeah, my God. Talk about the WrestleMania roast.
Yeah, Paul Heyman can eat shit from the source on that one.
How the hell are you gonna say such freaking crazy stuff about your coworkers? Oh, and they get released, so they can't say anything.
Yeah, they can't make a complaint. They beat the shit out of them when they find. But anywho,
anyway, you know, I we go back and like I love this right now, man, because like we're representing for our California scene, and I love this, man. Like because people really don't see what's out here, and there's still stuff out here. There's still lucha shows, random lucha shows happen. I went to one that got the Haven food court in West Covina, and that was pretty cool to see that and have like a burger from Amboy. And shout out to you, Alvin Kailan. Hope and like just like that. There's still like people working. There's still shows out there. And like I love pro wrestling. There's
Okay.
like I love pro wrestling, even though like I'm not really watching what's on TV right now, or like I'm not watching what's currently like from the big leagues, New Japan, AEW, WWE. There's still stuff that like appeals to me. There's still Dragon Gate that appeals to me. There's still like locals that I'm watching like from time to time. I like West Coast Pro. You know, shout
Love
out
West
to you, Chris
Great
Hero.
place. Shout out to Chris Hero. Shout out to Levi Shapiro.
Yeah, Vinny Massaro.
Vincenzo. Love him.
Oh man, like I feel like we really gotta like just appreciate that there's still a scene out here, that there's still guys working, that there's still guys putting the time in. I was really happy. I know like people talk some mess on him, but I was really happy to see Vinny work Noah because I know that was a dream of his.
Come on, Vinny.
People.
Well, they're
You know,
fucking idiots.
yeah,
Vinny
like-
Massaro is one of the most hardest working and one of the most important people in the wrestling scene here in Southern California. Has done a lot for people. He got me a shot at Circle 6. I wasn't what they were looking for, but he dropped my name, and I appreciate that. But Vinny takes care of people.
Yeah.
He trains good students. He's a stand-up guy. And when he went to Pro Wrestling Noah, I thought that was one of the best things in the world. Him and Gotch.
Gotcha. Yeah.
When Gotch went there, I was so ecstatic because I give props to Simon Gotch, one of the most individuals in the world, man. I love talking with him.
He's more than that Enzo video, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, like there's a reason for it. And he raises good points. Like when I knew him as Ryan Drago, he was one of the coolest people ever. Like he would ask me, like, hey, you know, how do you like get in on here? I go, honestly, dude, I just set up chairs. That's really it. But like, just keep coming around. I'd love to have you here. Like I was always encouraging him because he was a swell dude.
Yeah.
And even when he got signed, he is a person who doesn't forget that he knew people before he got signed.
Yeah.
A lot of people tend to forget about other people.
Ryan Drago, there's that really good promo that Frankie cut on Ryan Drago where he just did the Rocky IV stuff.
I believe so.
That's so great to me. But yeah, man, like to see him, because people don't know like his history. People just see like the Enzo video. They think like, oh, he's just an NXT guy.
He's one of the vaudevillains. Like, no, he's been around. He is one of the most experienced people and one of the most impressively evolved wrestlers.
When I see him like nowadays, like when he does like Bloodsport, or he does like when he does like freaking Noah or like all that stuff, I'm happy because like he came from here, man. Like when I saw him like WrestleMania, one of those WrestleMania was SummerSlam, whatever takeovers, and he wins the tag belts or whatever, I'm like, hell yeah, man. This is a guy that like I know I saw travel. Like when I saw Danielson become like the biggest wrestler in the world in like 2013, 2014. That was such a big moment for me as a fan too, because I saw him come through like in the blue tights, working PWG, doing comedy matches with like Kenny Omega, getting chokeslammed by Jack Evans.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that was one of my favorite bits he would do. He would always wrestle Jack Evans, and then Jack Evans would also for some reason or another would always hit a chokeslam on him.
Yep.
It'd be like a whole like reversal sequence and then chokeslam.
Yeah.
Oh man. Shout out to you, Jack. Like just this talent, man, and just seeing like Bryan become like the biggest star in the world, and same with Cena, because Cena came from UPW. He's
prototype,
the prototype. He came from, and seeing him become like the biggest star in pro wrestling, and these are guys that I watch like on the ground floor, and seeing Joe too go from UPW to Ring of Honor to TNA to WWE, and to see him now, like it's all like California is like West Coast Pro Wrestling. I mean West Coast Pro Wrestling, but I'm just saying also the West Pacific Northwest, California.
Even though West Coast Pro has a lot of great future stars there.
West Coast Pro, I give it up to Defy also, because the West is the best conference. I shave about my Lakers, but that's not the saying. Like just just like the scene that we have here and the people that go from around. I'm going to include Swerve. I know Swerve made a name in CZW, but he came out of Buddy Wayne school. Darby. Oh man, Darby. If Darby was in PWG in 2006, he would have fit in like a glove.
Yeah.
He would have been like a glove, and it's cool to see people still all from the West Coast, and this is just like a whole region that's been not mined at all for talent, and I think I have a mind for talent, and there's so many people here, and it's cool to see Jack Cartwheel on Evolve, even in WWE. You know, it's cool to see that for me because like he's like a California kid, and like I always cheer all my California kids to make it. It's you know, and after like the whole wrestling thing, I know I saw you like on the Big Show on TBS.
Oh yeah, the Go Big Show. Yeah,
The
that
Go
was
Big
fun.
Show. Yeah, I saw you on that. And like you were also like you were like doing voiceovers on the NL Live shows. How did that come about? Well, I want to talk about the Big Show first because that actually, when I saw you on there, I wanted to let the audience know I'm a big Dino Winwood fan. I'm a huge Dino Winwood fan. He was really nice when I'd go to the shows. He'd always greet everybody. He's respectful, so humble, but he's also would work you when he was a manager. If he wanted to get heat, he would get the heat. Most of the time, he get last because he's a funny guy, not funny looking. But you did have the bleached hair back.
Like honestly,
you had the bleached hair back then, man.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I gotta say this. Okay.
Don't ever go blonde, folks. If you're not naturally blonde, don't go blonde.
Yeah, in the 2000s, we like like Mexican guys, Filipino guys, whatever, Asian guys. They would always love to have like dye their hair blonde for some reason, and it turned out that weird orangey, blondish.
I got that shit pro done because my friend's wife at the time was a stylist, so she did the pro job for free.
You had blonde hair.
Yeah,
I remember.
I didn't think I was that tanned until I got it, but
oh man.
But
I gotta say, man, that look, I thought you were. I'm not gonna reveal what you are, but I thought you were also Filipino, and that's kind of why I rocked with
what. So,
like, oh my God, I forgot to bring him up. Scott Lost.
Yeah,
Scott Lost is one of the best wrestlers. Bella Bell, one of the best promos. Mic to mic, one of the.
He could have been if he stuck it out a little longer.
Yeah, like
he gave himself an age time frame.
Yeah.
To where he was just starting to blow up. And that's why another reason why I stuck out is try to stick out as much as I could, because he was very much starting to catch steam, and then he's like, no, I made a age goal for myself, and I'm going to retire. And then fast forward to the 205 tournament, where everyone's borrowing from his arsenal.
Yeah.
He was honored, but you could see it bothered him a little bit. Which I simply shrugged. I'm like, you should have stayed. But like, you're doing what you want to do.
Yeah.
That's the main focus here, folks. Like, if you're not feeling it or anything else, then have something else that you want to do. And that's exactly what he's doing.
Man. Yeah.
But Scott Lost, one of the most borrowed from and influential wrestlers who is not talked about enough.
Oh man, like I know TJP is great. I love TJ. I love TJ's wrestling. I know like TJ was going through something online, but he's a great person. For me, anytime I talk to him, he's been cool. But like, for my money, the best Filipino wrestler, one of the best unheralded wrestlers of the 2000s is Scott Lost. Like, in general as a wrestler, underappreciated, never used anywhere like that. But like, he would do the Ricky Steamboat spot, like the jump, the leapfrog, whatever, duck, whatever, leapfrog, and he'd do it like 3 times in a row and never blow up, and he would hit it perfect every time. And like that dude, man, I always stand for any of my California guys, especially stand for all my Filipino wrestlers. And like Scott Lost is part of a lost generation of guys who won't ever get their due. But I'm happy we're giving him his due right now. And also go to his what are they called? The Aliens or something? But his comic books are great. His comics, he has great comics. He represents for the people, and I am a big Scott Lost fan. I wish I bought one of those I'm Lost shirts back in the day. Yeah, man, it's great to like go down this memory lane, man. But to get back, how'd you guys get on the Big Show?
So a buddy of mine, my best friend, Leroy Patterson, the Human Tack Board, formerly of XPW, the parody wrestler RCG, the ring crew guy. He had an act, or he has an act called the Human Tack Board, where he basically throws himself on thumbtacks in many different ways. So he gets a call from somebody that he knew, or his agent or something, to be on the Go Big Show, which was at the time Cody Rhodes' talent show, basically. The TBS version of America's Got Talent. So I hadn't seen him in a bit because it was lockdown, stuff like that. And he messages me and he goes, "Hey, do you want to manage me when we're there?" Sure. Okay. So we got our flights together, and I automatically put it in my head, we have to really stand out amongst everyone, because Cody's going to be there. I'm going to shoot my shot to get on Dark. Like, I don't even want to be on Dynamite. Like, I just want to get on Dark. And like, we were at the airport. Bola had just taken place at the time. This is when Malachi Black became Aleister Black, or went back to Tommy End. And I'm like, all right, well, let's just get on the plane. We'll get there. It'll be fine. As soon as I open the door, he passes by with his wife, Zelina. What the fuck? I'm like, dude, that was Tommy End. Said, oh, shit, that's cool. And so I was like, damn, he looked like he was in a hurry. I didn't want to bother him.
Mm.
We get our tickets. We go to the gate, and he's like a couple of gates over. I'm like, I'm going to go say hi. And caught up with him. I'm like, I don't know if you remember me. Like, no, I remember you, Dino. I'm like, what? I have only seen you like once or twice from when we went over there in Europe, and then I checked in on you from time to time. He's a sweetheart. Malachi, however the hell you want to call him, Tommy End is a very sweet person.
Yeah.
And
he was on those shows.
He was on those shows back when he had like one or two tattoos.
And he had nice pretty boy hair then also.
Mm-hmm. Which, folks, it's an interesting time to go back to that. But yeah, like I told him, like, hey, we're gonna go to the Go Big Show and everything, and took some photos with them, caught up with them, met the missus. It was nice. And so when we went there, the way that they presented the act to Leroy, very much, we knew that it wasn't going to sit well with Cody, because it was kind of a parody of wrestling, and the gimmick of the segment was kind of holding ourselves hostage to get a contract with AEW. I'm like, oh no. And so I'm just like, all right, well, I'm going to come out. I'm going to be Howdy Price. I'm just going to be cartoony as possible. And it got over. My particular part of it got over with a lot of people. Cody grilled into poor Leroy, who was already feeling bad about it enough. But he gave us a shot. He straight up just said, like, it's going to take some talking, but I'll get you a call. And
that's cool, man.
Yeah, like, which honestly, you can talk as much shit as you want about Cody. Everyone on that set vouched for him. Vouched for him. They go, wow, that was people loved Howdy. It was interesting to see. Like, Jennifer Nettles was there. Rosario Dawson kept looking back, which, dude, highest honor possible. Rosario Dawson is constantly looking back at you just to see what you're doing.
You got glances from Rosario, the goddess. Oh my god.
Legitimately, I was just like, Miss Dawson, shit like that. But like, everybody's just having a ball with that. But as we were going backstage to do like the interview and stuff like that. Every single person from stagehand to camera person, assistant director, everything like, hey, Cody is a stand-up guy. He never says things just to say them. So you guys should be getting that call. I'm like, damn. Like everybody on this set is speaking highly of him and his word. I'm like, okay, well, I'm like, I'm in wrestling, so I'll believe it when it happens. Like that's just the mentality you have to have. But you be hopeful. A few months later, couple of weeks, it felt like forever because we were still in lockdown. But we got the email, we got the message and everything, and we were on Dark within like a couple of weeks' time. It was a long day. It was a long day, but it was a wonderfully long day. Because I had caught up. It was like a "this is your life" kind of thing. Because, we knew people who were there. Like I think Peter was there, and a few other people were there that knew Leroy. But then like I was catching up with people I had never seen in like almost a decade. Like, was it a 2.0 was there? They're like, oh my God, what are you doing here? I'm like, hey, it's good to see you. And then like freaking like Heather Monroe was there. She's an incredible worker still.
Yeah.
I accidentally big leagued Powerhouse Hobbs because I didn't think he knew who I was.
Wow.
So I said hi to Heather. I'm like, I'm gonna go put my stuff down real quick. And then somebody says, did you just big league Powerhouse Hobbs? I go, wait, what? Where are you talking about? He's right next to Heather. I go, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I literally threw my bag and I went and I shook his hand.
How can you miss
so
him,
freaking
man?
Sorry. Like I wasn't expecting to be here. It is wonderful to meet you. He goes, oh yeah, Levi sends his regards. I'm like, my boy Levi Shapiro. But like I sincerely apologize. Powerhouse Hobbs is amazing.
Yeah, talk about another Cali kid.
Yeah, again, straight up, man. Give Powerhouse the damn title.
When I see the ops now, right? The ops now is Joe, Shibata, and like Hobbs. It like feels right because Shibata was LA Dojo.
Yep.
Joe is an OG LA Dojo.
Yep.
And Hobbs is he's Bay Area. So just to have like three like guys, that's California right there, right?
That's a California clique.
Clique. Hook doesn't fit in there. All respect to Hook. But he
it's fine.
He was not a fit, but like now they're acting like he would never happen, and I'm like, damn, this is an actual crew. Like, they can show up and like that's like a main event in any building. Like those three, like and I love, like I say, I love when people from my state, my town, wherever when they are able to like, you see them on these levels, like it feels good. It really does feel good. I'm happy for so many people. I'm happy that so many people like have jobs right now that like I didn't think would be like there. So so it's just like we go like the history of PWG, and the history of PWG is what's on TV right now, and that's crazy. Is that not a little crazy?
Oh no, it's absolutely crazy. Like, and even when it's not AEW, like there's still people in like WWE. There's people in NWA who came from SoCal who are putting together those shows.
Yeah, I mean, like LA Knight, and like it's just like it's a good feeling, man. I know, like even Thatcher. I like Thatcher still. He can.
I don't get the beef, honestly. I like Thatcher's work. I thought he was great.
Like people don't know he's a California.
People
he's
still
not British.
He's British, but he looks British.
He just
like
it's the teeth.
It's the teeth and he's a white dude with a close shaven beard and missing teeth. Like, and he does the style like, oh, he's British. Like, no. He's from here.
Yeah, yeah, man. And like the other thing that you done, that a lot of people probably would heard your voice on was like was from NL Live. And like. You were getting to it a little bit, but like, would you mind telling what happened there, or
as far as like how I got in there?
Yeah.
So I was taking a hiatus from wrestling because of the whole PWG thing. I was depressed. I was sad. Trying to find work wherever I could go, or really just contemplating, do I really belong here at all? And at the time I was like chatting with Evil Uno. Back then he was Player Uno. But he had mentioned this guy was like buying him like a video game or something. I was like, oh shit. And I'm like, that's cool, dude. Like, people just getting you stuff? That's awesome. And I go, think you'll get me something? Because you can try. And I hit up 50-Foot Blake from New Legacy. And I'm like, hey, man, I heard you're buying stuff. Can you buy me something? Like, literally just nonchalantly asking him and not expecting a yes or anything. I was thinking like a fuck off kind of thing. But I was just feeling froggy that day. And, like, he bought me Max Payne 3 for this 360. Great game, by the way. I cannot stress that enough. Max Payne 3 is great. But as I was like, okay, well, I can at least talk to this guy. Like, he's a decent person. He just bought a stranger a freaking video game and the kindness of his heart. Like, let's talk to him. Yeah, I found out that he was a part of New Legacy. And I'm like, oh, Chocolate Drop. That's like my favorite clip of the world. That shit's hilarious. And as we became more friends, he got me booked on Interspecies Wrestling.
Whoa.
He fucking got my flight and everything, and he booked me out there. And I'm like, dude, I don't know what to say. Like, I was like, okay, he's either going to be really cool or I'm just going to end up dead. But either way, I'm taking this trip. It's a free trip to Connecticut. Never been to Connecticut. And I worked Interspecies Wrestling. Great group of people. A company that is surviving. I will underline that. And yet, at the same time, I feel like they should be thriving. Like, Interspecies Wrestling is one of the most fun promotions that needs to be talked about more. And for the longest time, New Legacy would do Fighting Back charity for Canadian cancer research because of a fallen soldier from the interspecies community, Stinky the homeless guy. So upon hanging out with him during the day, he's like, yeah, dude, we do like a Royal Rumble thing, and we just kind of goof around. So if you ever want to come on one of the shows, I'm like, dude, I would love to. That'd be great. And I showed up, and we just all had a blast, and the invitation was open at the time. So I was with them for, Christ, 7 years, maybe 10. I don't know. Time really just became a flat circle. I didn't know what the hell to really decipher it, but yeah, man, it was fun when it was fun.
Yeah.
Like, I missed being part of New Legacy, but down the line, I guess they just didn't want me there anymore, and couldn't get a hold of John more than I already couldn't. Like, I was really terrible at communication, but he's busy and stuff. But I have my own viewpoint on those things. Not even specifically when it comes to me, but because how I feel like New Legacy should have the status that DPW has.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you something. John Blood is the face or the voice of New Legacy, but he ain't the pulse. That pulse was put together by Slip, Sprite, fucking Duel, Generico, even Soundwave,
Yeah.
LT, all of those guys, even before I got there. And
they made
it
the
seems like a
streams
second thought.
like they made the streams entertaining for me.
Yeah.
Having all those guys on there, like when you would like see them all play like Day of Reckoning 2, which is my favorite wrestling game.
That's a great game.
It's so fun. There's so many personalities in there and like that stood out. To see what the shift is, to bring it full circle, because like what you said, time is a flat circle. It kind of reminds me of like, what happened with PWG and people getting moved out, people getting moved in. And like, time is a flat circle. Yeah. I say this a lot on my show. I don't, so it just comes out randomly. I'm not sure if you knew that, but it just comes out all the time on my show.
It's a good saying. Shout out to True Detective.
Oh yeah, man. Season 1 is excellent.
Season 1 is incredible.
Oh man, it's like
let's just leave it at that.
Yeah. Oh man, like you talk about like it made my wife, like my wife always like she likes Woody, she likes you're gonna not like Matthew McConaughey, but them together talk about like a tag team, talk about the Mega Powers.
Right.
It's insane. Yeah, man. I like it. This has been
so fun. This has been so great. I want you back. I want you back I want you back on here. I want you back in wrestling. I want you back somewhere that I can see you on TV and enjoy you. I want that for you, man. Like,
I
dude,
appreciate that, man, because I left wrestling very much thinking this place does not want me. I need to cut my losses here. So just hearing somebody say that means a lot. So I really appreciate that. Thank you.
There's so many of us PWG fans that feel it's happy to hear that come from somebody that was actually there in the locker room that felt the same way that we felt. Like, because I know, like, me and my cousins felt that way about, like, it's cool that you're bringing in these stars, but, like, what happened to Scorpio? What happened to Tornado? What happened to all these other guys? Why are we just got PP Ray over? Why are they not showing up anymore? What's up with that?
Same with Rocknes. Like, Rocknes got backpedaled because they were getting too over.
Yeah, so, like, it's just you feel like all this stuff, and like I just want to say, like, thank you for giving me the entertainment that you have given me, whether it was NL Live, whether it was on the Big Show, whether it was in PWG or pro wrestling. Thank you for giving me this amount of entertainment. And, like, I remember you, man. Like what I said when I saw your name, I was like, huh, is somebody really going to be catfishing as Dino? And I'm like, no. And I'm happy it wasn't a catfish, because this would have been a really awkward interview.
Yeah, dropping slurs. No, I'm kidding. That would have been so. You know how trolls work, but like at the same time, like I never thought of myself as a star, or like I never really thought that I belonged in a lot of places, and that's from depression and everything else.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I always considered myself lucky, and some would say I was more passionate about things than others, or on things that really shouldn't have mattered. But the whole fact of the matter is that I care about wherever I feel like I'm wanted.
Yeah.
I cared about being at PWG. I cared about being at Championship Wrestling. I cared about being at AEW for a day. I cared about I bled New Legacy.
Yeah.
I bled for that place because I felt like I was lucky to be there. And even though my times are not there anymore in any of those places, I miss it so much. But at the same time, like, you know, it's rough. It's so rough to stay into the fight when you are constantly having to try to prove yourself. And I'll help out whoever wants my help. But at the same time, I'm not going to get taken advantage of. And I miss it so much, though. Like, hands down, I love professional wrestling. I host watch-alongs for old shit because new stuff doesn't really appeal to me too much.
Yeah.
But you got to have a knowledge of it. I will go on record saying this. I welcome people to acknowledge me or educate me, and I will never spout bullshit and claim it to be gospel, because I hate that shit. Pro wrestling is about an evolution. Pro wrestling it should be about being an actual community, for one.
Yeah.
And like, there are so many things that I would change about pro wrestling, but I still love it. And I welcome people to really, really educate me on these things. But God damn it, DPW is not the only place in the world. GCW is not the only place in the world. AEW, WWE are not the only places in the world.
Yeah.
See what is out there. We have information at our fingertips right now. Use it.
Yeah, man. I support that. I support you, and I hope you all the best success, man, in the world. It's like, I'm telling you, I remember you. My cousins remember you. My sister, who was my brother, she remembers you. Dude, like, you left a mark on us as a performer, and that's what you want. You want to be remembered. And you're remembered, man. I just want to let you know that. At least me and my family, we remember you. And, like,
I appreciate you.
like,
that means a lot. It really does. Thank you.
Man. Like, I have such good memories of that place. I have such good memories of original PWG and the JCC, and sharing some stuff with X-Pac and Jack Evans and outside.
I should have taken that invite from Jack at the Army. That's my one regret,
dude.
But I was a good kid, quote unquote, back then.
Like,
now, dude, I'd kill for one of those sessions.
Yeah, so. Dude. Like, it was. I'm not gonna use the phrase that they would use because I have big lips, but like
Hey, same, bro. Same.
yeah, but like you get the wet split from X Pac. You're gonna refuse it? No.
I might, because I don't know where that fool's been since.
Oh no, that was
Okay, you can
2003.
just baby bird.
That was 2005. So I know where he was.
Yeah.
I know where he was. Where he was. Oh man.
I'm talking about other places.
Yeah, I'm talking about other places. But wink, wink.
Oh, God.
But, yeah, like it hits. This all hits. This hit me right in the sweet spot, man. And I gotta say, like, thank you so much, man. Like, this has been like I had no expectations. I never have any expectations, but I always say like, it's good to see somebody with their head on straight, even though they came from pro wrestling.
Yeah, tell me about it. I'm in therapy. That's the best that I can tell you right now. It's like I'm already like multiple legs up over a lot of people in wrestling, which I will tell you right now. If you're in wrestling, get therapy.
Yeah. BetterHelp.com.
However the fuck you can get it, like get therapy.
Yeah.
Because it takes a toll and shit that you see. So
there's always someone out there that wants to talk to you, that can talk to you. If you ever feel like on the inside that you're alone, that you can't do it anymore, there's always someone that's out there that's willing to take the time to talk to you. I know these services. I like to suggest people to go on betterhelp.com. I suggest people look up EAP. You do not have to be an employee of the federal or anywhere to use EAP. They don't care. They just want to talk to you to make sure that you're taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
And like, I just want to say, like, mental health is health. Mental health is real, and that's everything, because I love being an advocate for that. And I do have a little other questions, like, because you do a really good voiceovers, like the guy who used to do the WWE like voiceovers, the Royal Rumble stuff. Like you hit that voice so good, man. Like the Bret Hart Shawn Michaels guy that was like 2 champions, like that stuff.
Voice guy.
Yeah. You do all, like the voices that you did, like so it always sticks with me. Like Delicious Feet. That's always
the dual impression.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
well, thank you.
Yeah, that sticks with me, man. And like I do have a couple other last questions. Like, do you have? Because I love to eat dinner. I'm a big boy. I'm a big back guy. I'm sturdy, And like when I eat dinner, I also love to eat dessert following dinner. So, what's your favorite dessert, man?
Favorite dessert. It really depends. Sometimes I just want something tiny.
Yeah.
Well, I'll get like a Kit Kat or a Twix. But if I'm really feeling saucy, I will get a little like cup of cheesecake, like a cheesecake parfait or something from like the market. It just hits. Like, it's not a huge ass cake or a big ass piece of something. It's literally just a cup of sweet, like chocolate or Oreo or anything else like that. Like I very much like that. It really is kind of sweet, honestly.
Yeah, that's great, man. That's great. I do like having that little bit of treat, just a little treat sometimes.
Yeah.
And
I'm older now. When you're in your 40s, you got to take better care of yourself. You can still reward yourself, but don't overdo it. So that little cup, that little parfait, just get one of those every once in a while. It's good.
Yeah, I went to like Korean barbecue like a week or two ago, and then I'm like, I figured out the way that I could eat more is if I just don't eat rice. But sometimes when you're not eating rice with KBBQ, like it doesn't sit right with me, because like you have all those flavors there, but you can eat way more for me.
Absolutely. Yeah, I keep the rice intake minimal when it comes to that. It's just all the beefs.
Because you want the beef, you want always the beef.
Belly,
the pork belly.
All that.
Man,
so good.
You know what I like to do, because my wife introduced it to me, is like you get the side of cheese and then you dip the galbi in it, and then like that's like the perfect kind of bite, because like you get the sweet, you get the kind of salty and the acid from the cheese. Try it out, brother.
I may have to try that out. Yeah,
yeah.
I love like barbecue of any kind, especially like Korean
Yeah.
barbecue. I took an acting job. I was an all day running through LA in a full corduroy suit and a wrestling mask, but the pay was all you can eat Korean barbecue and
Wow.
Arizona teas.
I love Arizona teas. You know, they have the price on the can, 99 cents.
The price is on the can though, but
Yeah.
it's never correct.
It's always like one something, like 125. I saw 120. That's how you know inflation's real. That's how you know inflation's real, man.
Yeah. Well, I've always believed it. I'm like, what the hell is this shit? It's not what it says on here. It's text.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And I always ask this because I always find this fun. Because what do you want your rainbow to say? Like if a rainbow appeared in the sky with a message from Dino Winwood, what is that gonna say?
Oh. Encourage each other. It's really all it is. Just encourage each other because nobody's doing enough of that. Even if you feel like, oh, they're my friend, they know I'm in their corner. No, we all need that reminder.
Yeah.
Whether if it's wrestling, whether if it's life, encourage each other because there's no instructions on how to do this shit. Just life in general, and we all have those moments where it's too damn much. So just be there and encourage each other.
That's beautiful, man. Again, it's been an honor. To quote a really stupid guy, I'm marking out, bro, this whole time. And it's yeah, man. Just I hope we have a talk again sometime, man. This has been enlightening. This has been like whatever I thought it was gonna be. It was more than that, and I didn't expect that, man. So again, like, do you have anything to plug? Is there anything you want people to follow you on?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter still under my third account because I got locked out of the other couple ones. You can follow me there at Howdy Price DW, and there you'll find a link to my new show called Pro Wrestling Bazaar. We have anonymous hosts that kind of sound familiar, but we watch really weird wrestling clips. Like I'm not talking
Ooh.
like gimmick matches and stuff like that. No, these are things that are wrestling adjacent. Like our first episode was Roddy Piper's UK exclusive workout tape for kids. We've watched the American Male's music video, Lie Down in Darkness. We just recently, that we're going to drop this probably today or tomorrow, a Jushin Liger death soap opera video clip.
What?
It's 12 minutes long. It's freaking weird. It's bizarre. It's bizarre. So, yeah. So follow me, Howdy Price DW on Twitter for that. I'm also at DizzleWizzle983 on Insta. But yeah, I'm still around, folks. I'm just tired of the carny bullshit.
Hey, you know, Duck 2, you'll be back on top.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
We'll see. I appreciate the high hopes, though. But
Yeah.
thank you again for having me here. I greatly appreciate it. And yeah, man, if I got something to say or if you just want to shoot it, just let me know.
Yeah, man.
I'm good to go.
Thanks, man.